Hey guys, what is up? Josh Short here from Edit Video Faster. I want to make a video on how I landed my first job in the video industry. I landed a first job as like an assistant videographer / assistant video editor, and it's maybe an interesting story for some of you who are maybe in college or fresh out of college and you're trying to land that first real job in the industry. And I just want to talk about how I got it. And it's no spoilers here, but it's a little bit of hard work, a little bit of networking, a little bit of luck, and how that all kind of came together to land me my first job. And hopefully you can relate this in your life as well. So I know in the past in these little talks before, it's usually more like guidance how to do things. This time it's more me telling my story, and hopefully you can take something from it. So maybe we'll call this Tales from the Edit Bay, episode 1. So here we go. So I am almost 34, and so I graduated college in 2009, which was notoriously bad for finding jobs. And come the spring of my senior year, I had nothing on the horizon. I mean, I had an internship my junior year, and that wasn't going to end up being a full-time job, out of college. I wasn't going to get a job there. So I didn't know what I was going to do. So anyway, senior year of college, it's spring, it's like April, and me and some other classmates, we won an award for some video competition by some organization that was doing an event at the same time in Vegas that NAB was being held. So NAB is that big yearly conference in Vegas every year. They didn't do it last year, 2020. Not quite sure about 2021 if they're going to hold one, but anyway, hopefully sometime in the future they'll be holding this big, video industry conference every year. So we won this award, and one of my professors, he said, I got us a deal if we can fly out there and we record a video on the NAB show floor and edit it and play it back at this other organization's conference that's going on at the same time. They'll pay for our showroom stuff for NAB and our hotel and all that stuff. So are you guys in? So me and like 6 or 7 other classmates were like, yeah, of course. Vegas, we're 22. Of course we're going to go. So where am I in my notes? Let's rewind maybe like 17 years. So my dad works in independent home building. So my whole life, he grew up building houses like him and another guy or two, just old-fashioned, hammer and nail building these homes. So like anytime I had a sick day from school, a lot of my days over the summer, I was with my dad every day on the job site. So something he instilled in me from a very young age is how to be a helper. So I was his helper all these days, even when I'm I have the flu and it's 20 degrees outside and I gotta be on the job site, but I can't go to school. So that's just upbringing. Don't do that stuff today. So he instilled this thing of being a helper and just always being one step ahead of the person you're helping. So I was his little helper. So if he's got the nail gun and I know he's running out, I go scamper on over, get another sleeve of the little nails and hand it over to him before he needs it. So after decades or a decade and a half of doing this for forever, even though I know absolutely nothing about home building, my wife will attest to that. I went to Vegas and with my professor, we get there. We broke up into a couple different teams. So there was like a team of 3 students filming, another team of 3 students filming, and then me and another guy were helping our professor. He was filming as well. So I did just what was instilled in me was just be one step ahead of my professor. And at this time, like I'm not really confident in my abilities to know stuff. Like, I hated editing. That's a whole different story. But I kind of knew what was going on in the video world and how to shoot videos because I just did a summer shooting video. But still, I'm 22, no real experience. But anyway, I was one step ahead of my professor for everything. Like, we were shooting on DV tape back then. So like, I know he's coming near the end of the tape. I got the next one out. I got it labeled, ready to go for him. Pop it right in. Battery's running low. I already got one in my hand, waiting to switch out. I see a shot, over there that looks pretty cool. I got the sticks. I'm running over there, got it down, got my little white piece of paper out for a white balance before my professor even knows what's going on. And just did my normal thing. I didn't think anything of it. Just 22 years old, excited, on Red Bull, probably slightly hungover, and just had fun being a kid shooting a video. So anyway, we shoot this thing over 2 days. Then we spend we do like a 24-hour edit session in a hotel room with our professor and like 6 or 7 of us, or 8 of us, however many we were there, and whatever, make this video. It was great, and it gets played back at this other conference, and they're happy with it. Yada yada yada. Anyway, so I come back home, or come back to school, and it's graduation, and then I got nothing lined up. I'm just ready to stay in my apartment and party until they kick us out at the end of July. So right before graduation, my professor, I don't know if he called me or pulled me aside one day and said, "Hey, what are you doing this summer?" And I was like, I got nothing. And he's like, "Man, you did so good for me in Vegas. Like, I've never had a helper like that. I'm doing a video this summer. I got to travel around Virginia. That's where we went to school, was in Virginia. Do you want to, make it with me?" I was like, absolutely. Like, nothing else going on. Cool, let's do this. And this isn't the first job. This is like my first gig, real gig. So I will get to the job. So we spend like a month over the summer. We travel around Virginia. I really get to know him. He's really the only real mentor I've ever had in the video industry. And just talk about life and politics and whatever. And we just had just a great time. And the whole time I know, like, he was trying to find me a job after school. And he was having no luck. I mean, it's 2009. No one is finding a job, at all. And, he's very connected, and, he's been a professor for a long time, knows a lot of people. And, where I'm based out of, up Northern Virginia, DC, like, yeah, he's got a ton of contacts, but no one's hiring. The businesses are shutting down, production companies shutting down, post-production facilities shutting down. There's nothing out there. So we get to the end of the thing, the end of the project together. July ends, and the party comes to a close, and I gotta head home. Rent a townhouse with some friends from college and hometown stuff. And I'm slinging chicken. That's what we called it. I worked at a restaurant all through high school and like summers in college, and I came back home, and I'm just waiting tables, and it is what it is. Just waiting and applying and hearing nothing, like not even a job interview. And at this point, like, I got a decent little resume. I've won an award now. Had a good internship at a reputable place. And nothing. It's just crickets. And then I get a call, in September, and my professor, who I didn't really talk to, said, "Hey, what are you doing tomorrow?" And I was like, "Nothing," because I wasn't doing anything, or I was, working the shift. He's like, "All right, I got you a job interview." And that was it. Like, out of nowhere, I get a call, I get a job. Crazy. I still had to go apply, sweating bullets while I interviewed, because at 22, you have no idea how to do an interview, and even at 34, probably still don't know how to do an interview. But I land this job based on his recommendation, and the guy at the company who was referring me, gave me a good glowing recommendation, and I do think some of that is on me as well. That I was qualified and yada, yada, yada. So I ended up landing this position as a assistant videographer and assistant editor. And this position quickly morphed into a senior editor role, which I can talk about in a different story. If you do want to hear that, let me know in the comments. I can do another one of these. But kind of the moral of the story, or some key takeaways, if you're still watching, hopefully you are, is like when getting a job, it is not about what you know. It's who you know. Literally, like I was bottom tier of my video class. Everyone in there, like I always felt like they knew so much more than me. They were so much more confident behind the camera or in the edit bay. Literally, like I hated editing so much. But hey, things change. Um, so like you can read all the books, know all the stuff, know theory, and spit out definitions of the 180 rule and all that stuff. But really, it's people who get you jobs. And I talk about this quite a bit in this really long post I wrote on networking fundamentals for video editors. I'll link that below. But also, like another thing was I got very lucky, and I feel very fortunate I landed this job, and I know not everybody can't get that luck, and I do feel fortunate that I did, and I do hope that the universe can provide for you and for other everyone else who's looking for jobs. I hope that luck finds them someday, but sometimes, like, yeah, it is up to luck. It is, my professor happened to get, emailed or called by some guy who was looking for something, and he knew that, oh, well, I got this kid, he needs work and he's in the area, he's perfect. So luck. I mean, because if that didn't happen, I don't know, maybe he doesn't get a call, or he doesn't find somebody, who needed a kid. Uh, Luck. But speaking of that, so my professor knew that I needed a job. So that's another thing. Like, you know, in order to land a job, especially your first job, like aunts, uncles, cousins, the your old babysitter, or kids you babysit their parents, you know, people need to know that you're looking for work. And without that, then you're just Josh, or whoever. You're not Josh looking for work. So if you are looking for a job, or you're going to be looking for a job, make sure people know. So that's another one of these tips. And I think my last tip is professors. So if you're in school and you have these professors, they've been in the business, hypothetically, or they at least know students who have moved on and now are in the business. They have a lot of connections. I'll say, I didn't love all of my professors. I didn't quite jive with them. Also, I wasn't a great student. So if you can, find one or two, or a little group or a little clique of professors at your school, who you can, get in with. I mean, they're just folks, people. I mean, they're just regular humans. They have likes, they have interests. It doesn't always have to be just about the video stuff. I think, the time I spent over the summer with my professor, just being an awesome PA for him, it wasn't always just about the PA stuff. It was the life stuff too. And then that relationship we got to build over that summer, and even just that relationship we got to build over those like 2-3 days in Vegas. I think that's how you get in with them, build a rapport, and just like networking with anybody. So use your professors, get to know them, find out their history, what they used to do before they taught, and all that stuff, because they have, these life experiences that we don't have as 21, 22-year-olds, and even as 34-year-olds. So yeah. I think that's it. I hope you like this story. I hope you like this format. I hope this wasn't too boring. I am sitting on a freezing cold floor on my lower level of my house in my office. I got a new couch, by the way. Actually, it's an old couch. We rearranged some stuff, but this one's way more comfortable. So if you like this, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you did like it, leave me a comment and tell me to make some more of these. I have plenty of tales from the Edit Bay I can talk about. Yeah, that's it. I should drink some water. This was the only time I had 15 minutes free this week of quiet and solitude in a house with a toddler, so I took it to talk to you guys. That's it. All right, guys, take care, and I'll see you around in the next video. All right, bye.